evening, hello, and welcome to the New Age Geeks channel. If you're new here, we're building an inclusive space for people of all walks of life through the power of friendship, magic, and tabletop role-playing games. Tonight we have Forging Fates, a sober D&D campaign set in the critical role world of Exandria, following our adventuring party, the Fists of Fate. What's up, Fists?
Hello.
Hello. Hello to every single person here. Just a friendly reminder that the New Age Geeks includes more than just us up here on the screen. It relies on all of you wonderful geeks and your participation in this community that we are growing together. If you want to become one of the New Age Geeks, you absolutely sure freaking can. Just make sure to subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels and join our Discord, where you will find moderated chats, emotes by one of our favorite geeks, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah. Along with chat rooms with the cast and other members of this growing community. Another little friendly reminder that the best way to help us out is with engagement. We would greatly appreciate if you'd watch the video all the way through, like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to let all these platforms know to share us with everybody else. Beyond that, we have posts going up on Twitter, on Instagram, and on TikTok. So if you're on those platforms, make sure to give us a follow for more geeky goodness.
Hey, Twitch Prime is free if you already have Amazon Prime. That awards you a 1-month subscription to any channel on Twitch, and once per month you need to go in and resubscribe to that channel at no additional cost. Just link your accounts and click subscribe with Prime on that channel. So use that on us. If you're feeling charitable, please subscribe on Twitch and YouTube. Perhaps gift subscriptions to others, cheer using bits, donate via PayPal, check out our merch shop, and subscribe to our Patreon. Lastly, if you wish to become a sponsor for the New Age Geeks, reach out to us directly via our Instagram page to begin those discussions.
And speaking of sponsors, if you enjoy the music we have going on here on Forging Fates, we highly recommend checking out the SonCraft bot. SonCraft bot allows you to play open source community selected music and soundscapes directly from your Discord server with just a few clicks. Whether you're playing with friends or streaming on Twitch, you can use the audio stress-free. And with their pro level subscription, you get their playlist builder, shareable playlist codes, access to 40+ music genres, 20+ soundscape types, global genre selections, and 2 premium Discord servers, all for just $10 a month. But by using our referral code, NAG, you get $2 off your subscription for the first 3 months. All you need to do to get started is invite the SonCraft bot of your choosing to your server, then just hit play and let SonCraft take care of the rest. All right, that being said, the Crit Award nominations are now open and will be open through May 31st for the first round. NAG is, as a whole, is eligible for a couple categories, as well as various storytellers, cast members, and shows. If you want to submit nominations, go to critawards.org or any of the Crit Awards socials to find the link. That's all I got. Am I missing anything anymore?
Oh, brain.
Brain, yeah, I don't have a brain. If that's it, then let's dive into tonight's episode of Forging Fates. And we are back. So, picking up where we last left off, the Fists had a intense battle as the lair of the life blade wielder was uncovered by members of the Inquisition. A battle ensued in which several members were knocked out. Whisper was taken over temporarily by Nox and the Deathblade, trying to gain control over the life blade that was being wielded by the young elven girl named Sarah. Throughout the course of the battle, eventually the Inquisitors actually killed off Sarah, causing the life blade to drop into the ground, as it had now been separated from the soul of its previous wielder. And Whisper was able to grab hold of the blade in the last moments of the episode, and the blade bound itself to her in that moment as gold vines kind of creeped up her hand. And that is where we left off. That being said, let's get this music changed here. As we now come out of combat, the Inquisitors being dropped, Sarah's body now lifeless on the floor, and Whisper now in possession of the blade. What do you guys want to do?
Clover is going to sprint towards Tristan and jump up against him and grab him in a big bear hug and say, I'm so sorry. I saw you go down. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm fine. How are you feeling?
Fine. How are you feeling?
And he asks, she jumps in. When she jumps to give the hug, he one arm is down, and it's because he can barely move it, and he has the other arm that embraces her when she jumps in.
He gets down. I'm okay. I'm just scared. I'm glad that Gormara got to you. I'm so sorry that I didn't.
I tried to get to you, see, Finnick, everyone. And then he's looking over at the lifeless body of Sarah, and
I think this is also the first time Clover notices that Sarah is like dead.
I will be kneeling at Sarah's body.
And he looks down at Clover, and, like, right in the eyes. We didn't protect her. I couldn't.
Clover's gonna run over to Sarah's body and sit next to her too.
Tristan, we tried.
Hey,
Is there anyone we could bring her to?
Whisper.
Yeah.
There were people bringing ashes to her. Can you bring her back?
I'm not sure. Out of character, how long has she been?
At this point, maybe a minute or two.
So definitely over a minute.
Yeah.
I also asked you a question, DM.
Okay. Thank you for letting me know, because I do not get those things. Yeah, it says it on the sheet. It recharges 1d4 per dawn.
Okay, I don't see it on the sheet, but thank you.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to make those custom items.
Yeah.
If only we had somebody who makes custom homebrew items.
No, I meant
somewhere
like in the
around here.
D&D Beyond
Somewhere.
app.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. I can't find where it says that. And do I need components?
Yeah, for some of them, yeah.
Okay.
I think it's at this point in time that I just sort of fall to my ass and sit down. And I just sort of start tending to the wounds I've sustained.
Okay.
You just hear a clank of the armor.
Are you okay?
I'm just very worn out. that was
Can you heal
intense.
yourself?
Yeah, I can do a little bit.
Clover's gonna
pull
cast
out
Healing
the-
Word at 2nd level on Finnick.
Thank you. Yeah, Fennec's looking rough, guys.
I was gonna say, like, I would also like to pull out the wand and heal you a bit too.
That gave you an additional 7 healing.
Appreciated.
That's 3 points of healing.
Thank you, Garma. Can I use my lay on hands on myself?
Yes.
Cool. I'm gonna use all 10 hit points.
Okay.
So I just sort of rub my hand over wounds, and there's like a slight silvery glow.
How much longer do we stay here?
Well, knowing the Inquisitors, there's probably going to be more on their way.
There's no way we're gonna survive another fight.
Does anyone have any diamonds?
Yeah.
And I'm not sure there's much I could do. If I'm reading this correctly.
I don't have any.
No, I don't have any diamonds.
I'm gonna
Are we going to
then. Oh, sorry.
Are we going to the Platinum Dragon's Rest? Because they're the ones who brought Lyndon back, right?
Yeah,
There's
they
an
did.
equivalent here.
That's where we were headed, right?
I think that's the best place for us to go right now.
Should we take
I
Sarah?
can help. Yeah, and I can help stall the time.
And I don't know. Are we leaving now, or are we?
Wait, hold on, Tristan. What do you mean you can stall the time?
Like, I don't really know how it works, but I think with this sword, I can help, like, put off and extend the time for her to be brought back.
Oh.
Yeah.
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 Please.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna use the sword to then cast Gentle Repose.
Okay. As you reach the blade out and press it against the young girl's skin, you feel the magic pulse into the sword, and then across her body, you see almost this shimmery effect cover her and sink into her skin.
I'm gonna pick her up. And just gonna hold her and look at Tristan and say, lead the way.
I'm gonna reach both of my hands out towards Finnick to help her out.
I'll take it. I'll take your hand.
Should we do anything about the bodies? Or should we hide her while we walk through the street? I can't handle another fight.
Let me check. I can't do anything. I have a cloak I can throw over her. It's the best I could do.
I'll stoop down so you can do that.
Tristan walks up to the entrance to the hole to walk out of, and he's one arm noticing he goes to start going up, and he stops and he takes a regular healing potion out, and he takes a chug of it for 3 points, and then he starts climbing up to go out the hole, but only using one arm.
As we're leaving, can I stop by and check the bodies?
Oh yeah, looting the bodies would be smart.
Okay.
I'll give Clover guidance.
That gives me an extra D4, right?
Yeah.
You want me to roll investigation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because those swords they had were interesting too.
+7, so 9 + 7 + 4. 19.
Okay. Searching the bodies, each of them has a silver sword on them. They also have a 500 gold each across their bodies.
I'm gonna take all the gold.
Okay, so that's 1,500 total.
Nice.
Can I grab the swords?
Sure.
Do any of these silver swords look special?
You can certainly check.
Let me see. Do I have that in this game? I do actually have detect magic, so I will cast that over the swords.
So none of the swords are magical. But what's the range on that?
30 feet?
Let's see.
Wait, yeah, can we investigate the whole?
I can sense magic within 30 feet, and it lasts up to 10 minutes.
Okay. So I will say, using detect magic and scanning around the area, you see hidden amongst some of the bushes towards the back of this clearing, you see this faint glow of magic hidden back there. And as you kind of go over, as you kind of go over to investigate it, you see this almost treasure trove of items and gold and platinum and some precious stones. I will post the whole list in the chat. And this this includes the money you got off of the 3 people, by the way.
Which I shoved in my pockets.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Sorry, guys. I am a rogue.
While they're looking, Tristan is only noticing that they're looking. He's peeking out the entrance, and seeing what's going on out there. To see if there's anybody outside or anybody walking around or.
Guys,
you
guys gotta come check this out. When everyone walks over, Clover points out tens of thousands of coins: yellow sapphire, emerald, blue sapphire, star sapphire, black opal, fire opal, a diamond. Whisper, I found a diamond!
Whoa.
And then all sorts of cantrips and potions. Finnick, can we put this on your bag of holding for now?
Yeah.
We can go through this when we get back to the ship later.
Yeah, excuse me while I go through this list and add shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Just add a custom item treasure, and then in the notes under it, just copy and paste. We go through it later.
Does Tristan see any people outside of the entrance, leaving the exit?
Roll a perception check for me.
$11.
Looking outside, there are some people that are wandering around this area. Similar to the same people you saw before, kind of people taking in this like temple almost to Melora. None of them appear to be any inquisitors, but there are people in the area, yes.
Any people? Well, I guess I didn't rely enough that were specifically paying attention to our area.
None that you see with that roll.
Okay.
Yes, Whisper.
So,
There's a diamond.
Yeah, do you want me to try? I think the sword can try to bring her back if we have a diamond.
We can either take her to the Platinum Dragon, where they may be able to do it and save the diamond, or you can just do the diamond right now. I think I don't know how it works, so you'd know better than
I think we should probably save the diamond. But I can cast invisibility still. If that helps us.
How many of us can you cast it on?
I think just one creature. But then I could make us more sneaky too in general.
I think, yeah, the sneaky would be the most beneficial at this moment, just because.
But I can make the body invisible, is what I'm saying. So even
So
if we're
make them-
sneaky and we get caught.
Okay. Just make, yeah, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you cast invisibility on Sarah's body.
Yeah.
And then what are you guys going to do? You're going to make your way out?
And then I'll cast Pass Without a Trace.
Is Pass Without a Trace concentration?
Wait.
I think it is.
Oh, yes, you are. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I can't make a sneaky. Should I not do it, her
I think
invisible?
the Pass Without Trace is probably more of a priority. Because if we have a cape draped over Sarah's body, then...
Mm-hmm.
She's also small enough you can just throw her in the bag of holding.
That feels weird.
I'm just doing that.
So I think Pass Without Trace is probably our best course of action.
Okay.
Okay. So, Whisper, you cast Pass Without a Trace. I need everyone to go ahead and roll stealth checks for me and add 10.
Yeah, before we leave, is it cool if I take off my armor?
Sure, you can spend a couple minutes taking your armor off.
35.
Finnick's not good at stealth. So having heavy metal armor on does not help.
We're rolling for stealth?
Yep,
Yes.
and add 10 because of Pass Without a Trace.
Natural 1, so I'm assuming it
Natural
doesn't matter.
20. So for a total of 30.
All right, so those cancel each other
Yes!
out.
I fold my ears in, and I'm set.
Clover rolled a 35. Gormog, would you roll?
30.
30?
Mhm.
Okay, and Whisper?
19.
19. Who is carrying... Okay,
From me.
I'm going to say carrying her is going to make you roll at a disadvantage with stealth. So go ahead and roll one more time for me.
That is even higher.
Okay, cool. Perfect.
Love that.
So you, Tristan, stumbling his way along, Finnick, now that you've doffed your armor, you feel a little more adept at sneaking. So you kind of pick up behind Tristan as he stumbles through, and you gather him together and make sure he's quiet enough for this group stealth check. As
I
you all
just,
sneak
like,
your way in.
Sorry, I was just going to say, I sort of catch him as he stumbles, and I cast guidance.
Yes, there you go.
And Tristan's stumbling, trying to act as if he doesn't need the help, like it was random.
So you all make your way out of the grove and back through the verdant expanse and begin to make your way out of this district under Melora's protection. Where are you all headed to?
The
Platinum
Dragon.
Dragon's place. I keep forgetting the name of it.
Okay.
The Platinum Potty.
Silver Talon's Reach.
That's it.
That's where you're headed to? And the Platinum Sanctuary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I will say within about 10 minutes, you're able to make your way stealthily out of the verdant expanse and out of the Melora section of the city before making your way back to the quad roads, at which point the spell is going to fade. So you all are going to come out of stealth as you exit from this space. But that being said, you do see, as you're sneaking out of this area, several more Inquisitors begin rushing into this into that direction. You're not quite sure how. They were notified of their allies being dispatched, but there seems to be some way that they are aware, and they are making their way directly towards the space where you exited from. But as you make your way into the quad roads and towards the Platinum Sanctuary, is there anything you guys want to do along the way?
Yeah, I want to punch every NPC. No, I'm kidding. Just even though she's already dead, I'm gonna try to be extra careful and just avoiding hitting anything. And like, yes, I'm being stealthy, but also protective.
Okay. So, with little to no interruptions along your path, eventually you make your way in front of the Platinum Sanctuary, and as you stand in front of it, it is massive. This large, light gray stone cathedral in front of you. You see several members of the Scale Bearers standing in front of it. Their platinum dragon sigils emblazoned across their chest on these light blue tunics. And as you approach, they all kind of step forward to block your path from entering into the temple. One of them, the oldest looking one, an elven man with graying hair, heavy, deep set wrinkles, a very beautifully designed scimitar blade sheathed at his side. He kind of steps forward. What brings you to the Platinum Dragon's Temple today?
We need help.
Well, everyone needs help, young man. What do you need help with?
My child was murdered.
That is a serious accusation. Do you know who murdered him? Them? The child?
Yes.
Well, then that sounds like an issue you should bring to the city gods.
We need to talk to Citron. Now.
Well, Citron does not work at this temple.
Where does T
Do you
work?
have anyone here?
Say that again, Clover.
Do you have anyone here who can help? We have a dead girl.
Well, there are clerics inside, yes, but as far as Citron, the Lord Commander Citron, he has his own citadel up in the north.
Are you refusing to help us?
I'm not refusing to help you, no. But I'm not quite sure what you think this temple will be able to do for you.
There are certain magics that, when applied, will bring this girl back.
So you wish to seek the aid of our clerics?
Yeah.
Please.
Very well. Step inside, and he kind of motions to two of the other guards that flank him, and they march to either side of your group as him and one of the other guards open up the two large doors, allowing entrance.
Thank you.
At this time, can I start sending a message to Citron?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, buddy. No.
Hey, bestie. It's
Hey,
Finnick.
bestie. We're at the sanctuary. This guy's being kind of a dick. Can you come help us? No. We got the blade. We need your help and guidance. We're at the sanctuary. Please get here as quick as you can. Okay, thanks, bye.
Very well. I'll be there momentarily. That's pretty much all he says.
I'm not going to use the remaining 14 words.
La 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 la.
You poopy?
Are you pooping?
Okay. So as the two guards lead you inside, initially you walk in, it's essentially just a large cathedral. There is pews set up along the majority of the room, leading up to a large dais with a large platinum statue of Bahamut kind of posted up behind it. There is this large stained glass window up on the ceiling that depicts Bahamut in a battle against Tiamat, the five-headed chromatic dragon. You see him like kind of Bahamut has her kind of pinned down towards the ground in some depicting some moment of conflict between the pair. Throughout this cathedral, you see various people engaged in worship, whether that be praying silently or lighting candles or making offerings in some shape or form to Bahamut. You see a few of the clergy members kind of making their way around the space as the two guards bring you back and take you to a side room that leads into a bit of a hallway before there is a staircase down that you're brought to, and it opens up into another large space where you see essentially what's lines rows of hospital beds, where most of them are empty at this point in time, but there is a few patients essentially on a few of the beds, and there is more of the clergy members kind of making their way through the space. One of the guards clears his throat. We have another guest for you. And this furball woman, kind of light gray fur, her ears kind of lopped down both sides of her head, wearing that similar scale bearer's robes, begins to make her way over to all of you. Please, come put the patient on the bed. What seems to be the issue?
Is that
How long has that been?
a while? But it's
Just
Been
happened this
slowed?
morning.
I don't know how much help we'll be able to give her. Did you just wish for us to give her last rites into the other world?
no.
Can't you bring her back?
I mean, we can try if you can provide the funds or the ingredients to allow us to perform such a spell.
Money's no
What's
issue.
the funds?
How much?
Well, you said she's been dead for a while.
Just this
Not
morning.
that long.
How long did it take for us to get there?
Like maybe an hour tops.
How long
been there
does
for an hour.
how long does the thing that Whisper did?
Gentle repose
Last.
gives you 10 days of stop time, so she's essentially been dead for 5 minutes.
Then I will say 5 minutes.
Okay. If that's the case, to perform this, we will need come on. There we go. I'm going to need either a diamond or 750 golds worth to bring something from our reserves.
I have 750 gold. Whoever takes out 750 gold from the money that she pocketed and did not share with the group, as she does that, she does not look any of them in the eye. But she hands over the 750 gold.
I don't say anything.
I have no reason to suspect anything. Given the amount you shared, like, as far as I know, it's from that.
Yep. Cool.
Very well. Please just place the child on the bed and we'll begin the ritual. We'll just need a few moments. She kind of disappears for a few moments, disappearing into a stock room in the back somewhere. And a few other clerics come over and begin to etch symbols into the ground around the child.
Is there room for me to sit next to her and hold her hand like I did with Lyndon?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's going to be space for everyone around for the ritual.
Okay.
But after a few minutes, the Furbolg cleric makes her way back over and pulls out this small diamond. And as the symbols are completed being drawn around her, she places the diamond on Sarah's chest. Are you all ready for the ritual?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Some of you are going to need to participate and try and help draw her soul back to this plane.
Mm-hmm.
So. That
I
means...
cast guidance on Clover.
Okay. With that, she places her hands down on the ground, on the symbols etched on the ground. You see the light begin to fill the lines of this magical circle around her. You see them begin, the lines cross over, and as they cross underneath her, the light shines up through Sarah's body, through the bed, into the sky above. You see that diamond lift up into the air above her. Who would like to go first to try and bring her soul back to us?
I can try.
Nods towards you.
Okay, so essentially for this, we're each going to do different skill checks?
Yep.
Is that how it works? Okay. I'm going to do... I don't know if this will count as performance or persuasion, but I'm going to describe a future for Sarah. So I'm just going to hold her hand and talk to her and say, and when you come back, you get to go to Zephyra, and you get to explore the world of all of the druids and see all of the beautiful plants and look up at the sky, and the sun will always be shining, and you have all of these people to guide you, and it's going to be the most amazing future, and you're going to have so many friends and so many things to do, and you can choose your own path, and you won't be held down by the sword anymore.
Okay. I'm going to say go ahead and make a persuasion check for that.
Persuasion with the guidance that I was
Correct.
given. This is an 18.
Okay. As you finish saying that, you see the lines that are now illuminated burn brighter with this almost golden aura as you finish your plea to Sarah's soul. You get the sense that that helped bring this ritual a little bit closer. Who would like to go next?
Whisper
Okay.
takes a step backwards
Okay.
at what Clover says and tries to make herself smaller.
Okay.
Finnick, I will start lightly humming, like lightly singing a tune. And, I don't know how to like describe it, but I will start humming the tune that Tristan plays on his flute
Okay.
as just sort of like a gentle, light, sort of happy melody.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a performance check for me.
That's cocked. That's a dirty 20.
Okay. With that, you see the light, that golden light, stretch out and begin to fill more of the space as the entire circle begins to expand around, encompassing all of you in this space. Whisper, roll a wisdom saving throw for me.
Okay. It's 11.
Okay. You feel a pull towards her body, and you feel a desire to reach out to her small frame.
Can I try to talk back in my head the same way that I did
You can certainly try.
previously? Yeah. And once I feel that, I'll be like, but in my head, I will think to myself, but I feel bad. I feel guilty for all this.
So help her. You hear a voice you've never heard before echo back to you.
What if she wakes up and she's mad at me because I have the sword
Would you
now?
rather her not wake up at all?
What am I supposed to do?
Just touch her.
Well, then I'd reluctantly step forward and reach out a hand to her.
As you reach out a hand and press it against the small frame, you see those golden vines glow brightly on your arm. Roll a d20 and add your spellcasting ability modifier.
$14.
Okay. With that, you see another pulse of energy as the circle expands and the light almost solidifies around all of you. You see her body begin to rise up in the space, and you see that diamond shatter and turn into almost dust as it drifts down and covers across her body, sinking deep into the skin. Now I'm going to roll. That was 3 successes, so the DC is lower. Okay. You see the light begin to fade as the spell draws to completion. The small girl's frame lowering back down onto the bed. The light from the diamond dust fading into her skin. You see the glow around all of you begin to drop and fade. Whisper, you feel that pull and dissipate from your body, and the light fades on your arm as the little girl body comes back to rest on the small bed. Druids stand up from the ritual, gazing at the small girl's frame. A moment passes. Another moment where you see her eyes kind of flutter open.
God.
Oh my gosh. Clover puts her head on the girl's chest and just starts crying.
Oh my God.
See her eyes kind of turn towards you, whisper. She notices the shining vines on your forearm. She kind of turns her face away and closes her eyes. She rolls over, turning her back to you.
Tears streaming down my face. I'm going to put a hand on the shoulder of the Furbolg, and I'm going to walk out.
The Furbolg looks at you momentarily before taking a step back, and I'll give you all a moment. She kind of steps away with the other clerics moving out from the space. I guess you were gonna steal it from me anyways.
Did she say that too?
She just kind of says it out loud.
We didn't want it. Sorry.
Oh, go for it.
We didn't want it. We didn't want the blade like this. We never wanted you to get hurt.
She kind of reaches down and just grabs hold of the blanket that's at the end of the bed and begins to pull it up over her body. You can see her body like begin to shake as you hear her sobbing quietly into herself.
We're sorry that it happened like this. I'm just glad that we were there to help you back.
Whisper takes a step backwards again and shrinks into herself again.
Sarah, you know how amazing you've been? You're only 12 and you've spent how long healing people and being there for people? It's your turn now. You can rest. You can learn about yourself. And you can keep healing people, but differently. You have so much ahead of you, and now there's not this lurking danger at every corner. You can just live and be and do whatever you want. You can adventure, you can travel, you can go to school. There's so many places for you. And you don't have to decide any of that right now, because you have all of the time in the world to figure it out.
You hear her just quietly crying to herself. Just leave me alone.
I'll stop talking, but I'm not leaving here.
I step out and I find Gormrog.
I see Finnick leave, and I'm gonna follow.
Before they get out, as the Clover's talking to her and telling her that Tristan's gonna just walk up to the opposite side of the bed where she's leaning, looking the other way, keeping her back to everyone, and he's going to take one of his platinum scales, silver scales, and one he's had, he didn't just rip it off, it's clean. And he's gonna kneel and he's gonna lean forward, not to get too close to her face, but to talk quietly enough, and he's gonna go, "We should have protected you better. Like she said, your life is not over. You have a whole lot to do. This isn't the end, this is only the beginning." And he puts the scale right, he tries to put it in her palm, but she rejects. He just sits it next to her.
As you kind of put it on the bed, she flicks it off and kind of pulls the blanket up over her head.
I know that right now you don't understand.
Leave me alone.
One day you will. And then he leaves.
Tristan, can you tell Finnick to call Aster and have her come?
He nods.
I'm just gonna chill here for a minute. I don't know if everyone else wants to go do stuff. That's fine. I don't feel right leaving yet.
And he goes outside and waits to see before he says that or not. He's gonna tell her, but unless she's talking.
Okay. Before you kind of gather up together, are you going outside, or like up to the chapel area?
I haven't
I was
left
gonna-
the building.
Okay.
I don't know if Gormog's still in there, but
If she's still in the building, I'm gonna go up to her and tell her what Clover told me to tell her.
I'm out of everything. It's gonna have to wait until I'm able to rest again.
Move on to the next day.
I would have moved towards the front door. Realized that those same guards were outside. And just, instead of dealing with them, I would have gone to the chapel itself.
Okay.
I found a place to sit. And I don't know if there's a shrine, a statue.
There's a large platinum effigy of Bahamut, kind of towards the rear of the chapel.
Before anybody else is there, the first thing I'm going to say is just, you owe Tristan so much more than this. But thank you for this. And I'm just going to find a place to sit and just stare at the statue.
What are you doing, Whisper?
I followed Finnick out immediately, so I was just standing quietly near wherever Finnick is standing.
I'm just gonna turn to look at Whisper. It's not your fault.
I can't help but see it that it is.
The Inquisitors were already on tour. We were just lucky that we were there at the right time.
But she only popped out because I was there. But there's nothing else we can do here, I guess.
I mean, we got the blade.
She is alive.
She is alive. And that's a good thing.
Yep.
Whisper, I know that this is gonna bug you. And if you need to talk to somebody about it, I'm here to listen.
Thanks. I'm fine.
Insight check.
I
Don't bullshit me. Don't bullshit the bullshitter. It's a 19.
It's a 14.
What is she insight with?
Yeah. I mean, you don't believe that she's fine, but you probably can tell that she's not going to talk about it.
I'm here for you, Whisper. I really am.
Thanks.
With that, I'll say, you, those of you that are up on the first floor, hear the before you hear several impacts, heavy impacts against stone, out in front of the cathedral. And within a short few moments, you see Citrin, flanked by 2 other Platinum Riders, make their way into the cathedral and begin scanning around, noticing you first, Finnick, and begin to make their way over towards you. What's the situation?
I just informed them on everything that happened. That we found her, we were attacked by Inquisitors. Someone killed her. But we managed to finish them off.
Keep your voice down.
I'm not gonna be yelling about it. I'm gonna be keeping it hush hush. Yeah, everybody, we just killed some Inquisitors, by the way. But no, yeah.
Selfies and posted it to the gram over their dead bodies.
Recorded it. I recorded the entire thing. We're gonna go viral.
World star.
But yeah, I quietly fill them in on the information.
I think it best if we get you all out of the city tonight.
Probably for the best.
The Inquisitors have ways of knowing things that we're not
I-
quite sure how.
I did want to mention something. One of them there used a magic oddly similar to mine.
What magic do you use?
I just like, oh my god. Not stable, or else, and I'll say in his head, just aberrant in nature.
You see his eyes kind of, his brow furrows as he tries to understand the implications of that.
You know, magic that's not really permitted around these parts.
All the more important, I think, we get you out of here for the time being. Whatever it is the Inquisition is doing, how they're doing it, maybe time for you to be more careful with your going-ons around the city.
And yet, we're supposed to attend a gala in a couple days.
Well, that's why it's probably best to keep you away
Until then?
until then.
What about the take?
What'd you say, Gormrog?
What about the take?
The Slayer's take. I turn to look at Whisper.
Is it still unsafe to do that too?
I mean, with the reputation we're building around here, they'll
We
probably
could definitely kill monsters. Oh,
Yeah, I'm just worried about the people in the Slayer's take turning us in for money. That's my only concern right now.
That adventure may be better off after we deal with the Inquisition.
What's our goal here again?
We need to warn people about the coming dangers of Sammy and
yeah.
Rainer. We managed to acquire the blade that was kept
When-
here.
Sammy's coming.
Sammy's
Rainer's not.
coming? Why wouldn't the both of them come?
Just going to the Iron Seed throne.
Shit.
Sammy's coming here. All of this is being said while staring at the effigy of the Platinum Dragon. Just catatonic, just...
I want to try and get a read on Gormrog.
All right, go ahead and roll an insight check.
I can't read that. Oops, sorry. 16.
What kind of insight would she get off of you, Gormrog, with a 16?
There's a lot of internal conflict going on. He's questioning a lot of things about his entire life. And is conflicted about how to move forward.
Why don't we say that we leave in half hour, 45 minutes? Would that work?
We'll wait for you by the airship.
Does that work for you guys?
Yeah, I think that's a long time still.
So I'm not sure.
I just-
Tristan's still waiting by the exit because he's sitting and watching more in the area, paying attention to Clover, still sitting next to Sarah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go over and sit next to Gormrog. Hey. What you thinking about right now? Or I guess it'd be easier to say, what aren't you thinking about right now?
Rivermore Tribe. Maria Lynn. The Cobalt Reserve. Those damn spiders in the sewers. Whisper's brother. Her sister. Well, everything that led up to this. When I was a kid, I was told that the gods had a plan for me. These meant I was destined for battle, for fighting, for hurting people, things. The only thing I fought was that idea. And over and over and over again, these gods come in and they decide for us. And they take away the freedom of choice. They take away your idea, your plans, your goals, who you think you are. I don't regret joining up with you guys. Not one bit, not for a moment. I don't regret chasing after Whisper. I don't regret coming here. I regret not fighting. I regret not learning how to channel my rage like Tristan does.
If I'm being completely honest, I don't think he's learned how to channel it either.
He has. He's just been cursed by another fucking god.
And we're trying to fix it.
Yeah, that one. That one right there is the one who's going to be able to fix it. And I don't know why he hasn't. Sorry, that's not the point right now. I am going to let go of the idea of peace, pacifism. I am going to turn my back on an idea that I pledged myself to many years ago. Because right now, in order to protect people, I have to fight. I have to hurt people. The scariest part about that is I know I'm good at it. I just hope I'll be able to look at myself when it's all over.
It's a terrifying thought that the only way to protect people is to hurt others. But as long as we keep fighting for the good, I don't think that will change how we look at you, how I look at you. It's gonna be rough. It already has been pretty fucking rough. But I lean my head on Gormog's shoulder. We'll make it through. With the gods' help or without.
My head tires. How's the kid?
Upset. But, I mean, if I was in that situation, I'd be pretty upset too.
They're alive and upset. And dead.
She's got a bright future.
And for you.
What?
I said for her and for you. I would rather alive and upset than dead.
I mean, got pretty fucking close.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think most of us did.
Well, and Tristan and Whisper ended up going down at some point.
You and I took some heavy hits, but I think Clova was probably going to survive no matter what. Pretty tough.
Yeah. I do need to talk with her at some point today, but
we need to talk, we need to move, we need to go, we need to do, we need to rest, we need to. I'm gonna look around the temple a bit. And just...
We also need a fucking bath. No offense, but you kind of stink.
I'll
No
have
problem.
Clova prestidigitate some perfume or some. Maybe, maybe if Buddy with the castle has a bath.
I'm just gonna whisper, it's like, there's a lot that they don't have at the place we're headed. There's not a lot they don't have. That's the word I was looking for.
With
I'm
that,
gonna look around at Whisper. And just kind of give her an up and down. I'm not dumb enough to ask if you're okay.
Rude.
But I'm here for you too.
Yeah, I know. Is it almost time for us to go?
Should probably check in with Clover.
We need to find Whisper some bacon or something. She's getting cranky.
as you are all having this conversation, Citrin makes his exit, having set a time and a place to meet you. And as you are having this conversation, Tristan, you being the one who's keeping your eye out for things, are the first to notice as a black and gold trimmed suit enters in through the front doors of the temple and begins to scan around.
Tristan just normally goes to stand in front view of wherever Clover is sitting with Sarah, just being in front of them. Not
Okay.
aggressive, just.
If you're with Clover and Sarah, that's on a level below. That wouldn't be on the.
Oh, because I said I was watching, but I was also like paying attention to what they were doing down there.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to keep eyes on both people at the same time.
Oh, so then I was no longer looking up front. I was down.
Okay. Then I would say none of you noticed that.
I'm assuming, did everybody else go out, or is everyone else still down?
Yeah.
We're upstairs in the chapel, and you guys are in like the med bay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought that some of this was going on, some outside talk, and then they were in the temple. Okay.
No, we're in the chapel.
All right. So I would have not went back down. I thought that people went outside. So I thought there was people outside. So I would be not outside, but I'd be still looking. Yes.
All right. So then you see the Inquisitor enter into the front doors and begin scanning around.
I go down and I go right to the closest person to Warren, which would be, I'm assuming, Clover.
No, the closest people to you, if you're on upstairs, would be Whisper, Gormrog, and Finnick.
Oh, then yeah, then I'm going, whoever the closest person right next to me, I'm going to go and let them know what I see.
I would assume that'd be Finnick, having stood
Right,
back.
so I'm going to just walk up to Finnick, kind of like slouching over. We have to go. I think that someone, an Inquisitor, I believe, someone looking very suspicious is around. We have to go.
Go get Clover.
And then go directly to that.
I'm just like, be
Conspicuous.
not suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be
suspicious.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna just nonchalantly just go down and go to
Smack him on the ass, cast guidance.
Just remind me, who actually had like a physical contact with the Inquisitors in the last session? Like, who actually had physical contact?
I don't remember.
I don't think Clover did. I think.
I was hit with damage, but I think most of it was magic.
Okay.
I got hit with a sword, I'm pretty sure.
All right.
Punched him in his face.
Okay.
Great.
So Clover and Tristan didn't actually have physical contact with the.
Well, I might have done a regular attack. I don't remember how much damage I did if I hit somebody.
No, if you hit him, that's all that matters. If he hit you or you hit him.
I might have.
I'm pretty sure you got.
I think I did some damage to somebody.
I hit the dead guy with my sword a bunch.
Okay. All right. That would count. Yeah.
Oh yeah, when he was knocked prone.
And I'm pretty sure I did a small amount of damage to somebody. I did attack during that match.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Just kidding. None of us touched anybody. Absolutely not.
Mm-mm. I did as a snake.
Snapped his solar plexus
Okay.
with my
So-
hand.
As Tristan, you begin to make your way downstairs, the Finnick, Gornrog, and Whisper, you hear the faint echoing of boot steps getting drawn closer and closer to you.
Just sit up. I don't look at him. I'm just sitting up.
Whisper being
We should probably go.
furthest one back, I would say. You hear the boots stop a few feet from behind you. Are we going to do this here, or are you all going to come quietly?
What do you mean? Are you here to pray?
Oh no, I'm here to arrest all of you. Let's not make a scene, shall we? Let's do this easy.
As do you.
Please. You hear his boots shift as he stands to the side of the aisle, allowing you all to move towards the exit.
Does this guy look on par with the others that we faced?
You don't really know their rank structure as far as their uniforms are concerned, but he's wearing similar accoutrement on his uniform as the previous ones.
So this isn't like very clearly someone high in command.
Right. It seems like
it might not necessarily be exactly the same, but
there's nothing
around
on
this.
there's nothing on his uniform that's denoting he is of this extravagant rank.
And his body language, his demeanor doesn't give anything away either.
It's very similar to the demeanor of the other Inquisitors you've dealt with. That air of superiority.
I will stand up. I'd like to get as close as I can, as close as he will allow me to get to him.
He lets you get within about 5 feet before he would put an arm up to kind of keep you back. Did you really want to do this here? You're all exhausted. Let's be honest, this isn't going to be the most difficult task.
Why, yes, we all are quite tired. But, I was going to ask you how you came into your magic. You know, seems kind of odd, some of the things I've seen around here after others have been previously condemned for it.
Well, our magic was given to us on divine mandate to help root out disgusting abominations like yourself.
Divine.
And which divine?
Are you
Because
going
divine doesn't have a good or bad connotation to it.
Are you going to come quietly?
I just want an answer.
You hear in your mind, we know everything at this point.
And I'm just going to respond out loud. I'm quite aware of that. What'll it take for you to leave my friends alone?
In your mind, you hear, actually, I'm gonna need all of you to go ahead and deafen yourselves for the time being.
I wish I knew where my remote was, son of a bitch.
How do I do that? How do I do what all you guys have?
I'll take care of it,
How do I do
Donald.
that?
I got it. I got
Come
you.
at me,
I got you, Donald.
motherfucker.
I was going to turn
Bring
it
it.
down.
Everyone's deafened?
Yeah.
All right. In your mind, Finnick, you hear, if you want your friends to live, then you will come and speak to your parents. We can
No.
guarantee they will stay alive as long as you come quietly.
And you will leave them alone.
They will stay alive. They are all wanted for murder. But there are ways we can go about ensuring they are not executed for their crime.
If you just... I'm assuming all they want is me. They don't care for my friends.
No, but we
They
still
don't give
have
a single
law and order.
fuck.
We have law and order to uphold, Finnick.
And when has that ever stopped them previously?
Things have changed.
Oh, please.
Your parents aren't the same as they used to be.
I find that hard to believe. If you know everything, you can know why I find that hard to believe.
Your parents love you and they want you back.
Bullshit.
Am I?
If you can guarantee safety of my friends, I'll abide.
Very well. Follow me.
And you leave them here.
Follow me.
Insight check.
Go ahead and roll an insight check.
So 22.
He has agreed to not hurt your friends. He has not agreed to leave them here.
I'm assuming there's others coming.
They're already here.
Will I be taken somewhere separate?
You will go,
I'm assuming.
you will go to see your parents now. They eagerly anticipate your return.
I will go. If you allow me to converse with one of my friends quickly.
Be quick about it.
Fine.
All right, we're gonna undeafen everyone, okay?
Yoo-hoo!
Back.
Everyone's back.
Huh?
Yeah.
I walk up to Gormrock. Don't make a scene. They promised they would keep you safe. No harm would come to you.
What the hell are you doing?
Probably something I'm gonna regret.
I can't hear Cece.
Hello?
Working on
Hello?
Like, oh,
that. I hear. Everyone else hears, all right?
I can hear
Yeah.
you.
Can you hear me, Tess?
Wait, you all can hear her?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I can't.
Actually, she
Say
was
something
kind of
again,
loud
Cece.
just now.
I'm
Hello?
gonna deafen myself and then undeafen myself again. Speak?
Hello? No, hello?
I don't know.
Well,
No, I still can't hear
it's fine.
her.
I'm talking to
Did you
Gormrock.
lower her volume all the way down?
Joe, can you say something?
I can say something.
I can't hear either of them. I can only
Well,
hear
we're
you
probably
three.
going to go to break quickly.
Yeah,
so
we're going to break in a minute. Going to break in
Can
a
you hear
minute.
me?
Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear Dom, and I can hear Whisper.
All right, just tell her we're going
We're
to
going to
break
go
in
to
a
break
minute.
in a minute.
We're going to break in a minute.
Just
Okay.
hang on 1 second.
So, probably something I'm not prepared for and that I will regret. Just. It was going to happen eventually. And I hand Gormrog my bag of holding.
Okay.
And before I turn around, I will just form a telepathic link. Won't last long, but it's useful. So there are others already here. And then I will turn around.
He motions for you to proceed towards the exit. You walk out?
Yep.
As you make your way towards the exit, you hear his footsteps follow behind you. As you cross the threshold back onto the street, the light kind of blinds you for a moment. And as your eyes readjust, you see the two guards that stood there prior that had opened the door. You see them pressed blades to their throats against the wall by a small army of Dawn Riders, all gathered in front. You feel iron clap around one of your wrists as the Inquisitor clasps handcuffs to one before holding out the other to your other hand. The other one is linked. Kind of puts a hand on your shoulder and begins leading you down the stairs as 6
All those.
Dawn Riders begin to make their way into the temple.
Into the temple?
Correct. Moving towards
There's
Whisper,
6 of them.
Gormrog, Tristan. You see the swords drawn and presented in front of you as irons
Please
are
just
held out.
cooperate.
And that's where we're going to take our break. All right. So, with that, we're going to go to break. We have a new edited down version of our fan art video, so enjoy that new version of it. If you have fan art, we would love to be able to feature it in our video, so please send us that fan art because we would love to be able to show it off. But we'll be back in a couple minutes. We are going to do level ups during break.
Oh, yes.
So it may be a little bit longer the break than normal. So get your water, use your bathrooms, get your snacks, and we'll be back shortly. Love you, geeks. back, everyone. Everyone has leveled up. We'll talk about those level ups at the end. Real quick, because Tristan did sneak away before the guards are coming in. Tristan's gonna make his way down to Clover in this space, so you guys can go ahead and do that while that whole conversation was taking place upstairs.
All right, so Tristan's gonna go down, and he's gonna quickly, and he's gonna, because she said she was holding her hand. I'm not sure if she's still holding her hand or if she's holding the blankets.
Well,
she's laying there.
Sarah's not holding Clover's hand. She's kind of wrapped up in the blankets.
So Tristan's gonna go, and he's gonna kneel right next to Clover, and he's gonna put his hand on her shoulder, and we have a big problem. There are people, Inquisitors, I'm assuming, coming right now. I don't know what's happening up there, but we need to figure out what to do. Like now.
Okay, we gotta go.
All right. Then
Sarah, you have to come with us. Sarah, you have to come with me.
Roll a persuasion check for me, Clover. It's going to be at disadvantage because she is very much against you going anywhere with you guys right now.
My disadvantage roll was a 13.
She kind of just pulls that blanket a little tighter. Just leave me alone.
Sarah, you have to come with me, please. I know you're mad. I'm mad too. I'm so mad for you. I'm mad at Whisper, and I'm mad at the Inquisitors, and I'm mad that this happened to you when it shouldn't have. I want to protect you and save you. I won't let anyone get to you. And if you don't want to talk to her, you won't have to talk with her. I'll keep her away from you.
I said leave me alone.
We have to go. Please.
And Tristan's gonna, there are bad people out there who are gonna hurt you way more than you. Cannot trust us right now. We have to go. If you stay here, you will
You're
die.
bad people.
I'm not bad people. I was trying to protect you. I didn't fight you.
She kind of sits up, throwing the blanket off herself, and kind of looks at you angrily. Leave me alone.
Tristan's gonna stop, and he's gonna take 2 seconds to look her dead in the eye. Yes, we did fail you. We didn't protect you the way that we promised and that we were prepared to do. But right now, in this moment, if you don't come with us, you will have no protection. You'll be on your own with no powers, nothing.
Help! She kind of screams out.
And then...
God, okay. I'd like to look around and see if there's an exit on this floor.
Roll a perception check for me. As she screams out help, you see some of the clerics starting to make their way over to you.
11, 24 on perception.
There is a door towards the rear of the space, and there are other doors in the hallway that you came through.
All right, Tristan, do you want to go?
We have no choice. And he looks back and forth, and he's gritting his teeth. We have to go.
This is the last time, Sarah.
That furball cleric
Really...
makes her way over in your space. Is there a problem?
What's the fastest way out of here?
Back through the chapel.
What's the other fastest way out of here?
Why do you ask?
Why? Okay, Tristan, let's go through the back door.
And as they're doing that, I just grab Finnick, and I try really hard not to, and I look back, and I just grab her, and we...
Finnick's not there.
You grab Clover.
I'm Clover. I'm sorry, Clover. I'm sorry. He's like, she said... And I grab her, and I start trying to not forcefully, but gesturing that we have no choice. We have to make a decision. It's going to suck, but we have to go.
Yeah, let's go. No, I mean, I was trying to help, but she's being a little brat, so...
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, so you two start running towards the back exit, deeper into the Platinum Sanctuary. Gormrog and Whisper, as the 6 Dawn Riders make their way over and begin flanking the pair of you. 2 of them approach each of you with irons in hand. You're gonna come quietly. Holds out the irons, open for you to put your arms in. You hear both clasp around Gormrog's wrists, Whisper.
Gormog, and you had said that they weren't going to hurt us. You passed that on?
The kid said that, yeah.
I thought... I'll put out my arms.
Both arms,
Into it.
both hands are clasped as you are both grabbed roughly by the chain, pulled forward. The 6 guards now taking up flanking positions behind you, 2 of them grasping on each of your shoulders, kind of shoving you towards the exit. Another 2 of the guards begin to turn and make their way down the stairs. Gormrug and Whisper, roll acrobatics checks for me.
Acrobatics.
$18.
25.
Both of you feel your ankle get kicked slightly and causing you to like stumble for a second, but you are both able to, maintain enough balance to remain upright as you are shoved forward and pushed out through the front doors. And as you exit into the light, you see about a dozen more Dawn Riders there out in front. You see Finnick being led over to a cart towards the edge of this formation. And she is kind of led up inside. And you both are brought in the opposite direction down the street. Clover and
I'm
Tristan,
trying to keep my eyes on her for as long as I can.
Okay. You keep watching Finnick as she's brought up the steps into the cart. For the last moment, Finnick, you see Gormrog being brought down the street, and you guys lock eyes from a distance before you are shoved into the dark cart. The Inquisitor followed a few moments in behind you as the door shuts.
Before the door shuts, through the telepathic link I had with him, I just say, I'm sorry.
You owe me a date.
Yeah, I definitely do.
That means you have to survive.
I'll try my fucking best.
Okay.
I don't imagine we have very long between her getting shoved into the cart and us locking eyes.
You don't have very long?
I said I imagine there's not enough time to have like a conversation, so that's where I'm going to cut it.
Okay.
Yeah, it only lasts 6 minutes.
To the Inquisitors that are with us, I'm not fighting. I'm not struggling. Just, so where do you take your prisoners? What are they going to do to her?
I wouldn't worry about her. You'd be more worried about yourself. You feel a impact against your ribs. You take 3 damage as he punches hard against your ribs. You feel your ribs almost crack against the metal glove.
The motherfucker promised. You son of a bitch.
Clover and Tristan. As you both begin to
House.
the pair of you
As we both were.
The pair of you begin running through the hallways of the Platinum Sanctuary. You hear that Furbolg's voice echo from behind you. The two I guess you're looking for just ran that way. You hear her voice.
We are
echo.
running faster. Let's go.
Yep, you guys start booking it as you begin to run down the hallways with no real sense of direction or where to go. You begin dodging left and right across these hallways. Eventually, you come across a few rooms that seem like you're in more of like an like a quarters space. And these are doored rooms that, some of them are ajar. You see there's sleeping quarters there on a few of them. Some of them have windows, though they're not very large. But you will get the sense that you may be in like a quarters wing here, as you hear the faint rattle of armor running down the hallways as well.
Is there a closet?
You can certainly take a turn to try and look.
Take a turn. Are we in initiative right now?
Not yet, but you're getting close to it.
Okay. So, all right.
Okay. Tristan, hide.
Yes, I would say I'm faintly right behind her, making sure that she's not out of vision. What are we? So, are we both rolling for anything, or?
I'm finding a room that has windows, and for now, I'm gonna hide.
All right.
So as you're running through, eventually you spot a room. You burst in and shut the door behind you. There's a window there that is. Clover, you probably will make it through with no issue, but Tristan's gonna have a little bit more trouble getting through. There is a bed there, a small desk that's this is a pretty minimal in its dressings, but it is the room is made out of stone.
Looking out the window, is there anybody out the window?
As you kind of pop your head up out the window, you are on one of the sides of the temple. From what you're gathering, where you're looking out, roll a perception check for me. Looking out, there are people out there, and you're kind of just slightly above ground level at this point. So if you were to come out onto this level, you're almost maybe like a 2-foot drop to the ground. But looking around from that perspective, there's no one there that you don't see any Dawn Riders or Inquisitors.
Is it safe for Clover to jump out?
You go first. Trust me. You go first. Trust me. Clover's gonna cast disguise self on herself. She's gonna put herself in cleric robes.
I can't leave you here.
Go.
What are you doing,
Looks
Tristan?
like a short elf.
And he's gonna.
You hear that sound of metal footsteps getting closer and closer.
Yeah, he's gonna like if she's still there, he's gonna kind of pull her a little close, and face to face as if he's going to kiss her, but he's not. He's gonna. You better survive, or please come with me.
Go.
And
I'll be out.
And then he goes.
All right, roll athletics check for me as you try to squeeze yourself through this window.
I hope I push.
Swear to God on my life, natural 20. I can take a picture of it right now.
I believe you. Okay. You pull yourself up and begin to shove your way through this small frame. You feel your ribs kind of get compressed against your chest as you pull, but with all your might and the intensity of the moment, your muscles surge and you slide your way out onto the dirt. You feel your body slump down onto the ground, dirt kind of getting kicked up against your skin. But you stand up and look back towards the window. Clover, what are you doing?
How far away are the footsteps? Do I have time to also try to get out the window?
They're getting closer in this moment, but you get the sense that you probably get through pretty easily.
Okay, well, in that after that very intense moment, if I feel comfortable that I'm also gonna try to climb out the window, I'm gonna hop through.
Yes.
All right. Roll an athletics check at advantage for me.
Can I roll an acrobatics check? Can I use rabbit hop? It gives me a 10-foot jump.
You can use acrobatics because you're small enough that you'll be able to. You can use your acrobatics to get through.
Okay, then in that case, that was a 18.
Okay, you hop up into the window and pull yourself through, and you kind of fall in front of Tristan before standing up. And as
she falls next to me right after she told me to leave, and she was getting ready to run away.
I thought they were closer. Let's go. Let's go find a fucking bush to hide in. I don't know.
As Clover, you fall out into the street. You hear the door slam open behind you as the two Dawn Riders make their way into the room and, looking through the window, see the pair of you out there.
Really?
Yep. No, we're gone.
Okay. You begin to make your way down the street, and you hear metal clang against the window frame as one of the guards tries to...
Well, is there a forest?
There's no forest here, no.
Sorry, I have to ask. Okay, then we're running down the street. I look like a cleric.
Okay. Which direction are you running? Back towards the front or towards the rear?
That way.
I'm gonna the front because
Okay.
that's
Way.
the front's where. Wait, which one?
We're running straight from the side, so I don't want to go to the front or the back. I want to run away from the building.
Well, you're in like an alleyway. You came out into an alley.
Fuck. Okay, well, which side, Tristan? Which to the rear, I guess. The way opposite of the chapel.
Okay. You know
Okay.
the pathway from the front. That's why I'm asking. Like, if you were to go to the front, you know the pathway back to the airship a little easier. This is going to be a little more complicated if you go from the back.
I'm following Tristan. He knows what he's doing. I trust
Which way are you
him.
going, Tristan?
So which side is the direction of where our people went?
The front.
The front. So we're going the front that way.
All right. So you start.
Oh
running...
no! Wait! No, I'm sorry. Opposite. We're trying to run. Oh my god! I'm like lost right now. Hold on 1 second.
We don't have time.
Just
As you're having this decision, Tristan, the other guy is starting to make his way through the window.
yeah, we're gonna go the opposite.
All right. So you start running back towards, away from the main road, back deeper into the alleys of the Platinum Dragon's Rest. I'm gonna say roll a survival check. The pair of you.
Silver Talon's Reach.
Oh yes, Silver Talon's Reach. I apologize. Thank you. Survival.
18.
18. Okay.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14.
14. Okay. So, as you both begin to dive through alleyways, Clover, following Tristan, you kind of get the sense that he may not be going the right direction, and you quickly correct him and begin to lead yourselves back towards the airship.
Thank God.
But as you both begin to dive back and forth between alleyways, moving closer and closer towards the airship, you see a pair of wyverns kind of flying overhead, almost scanning the area, and you see...
We have to act casual. Sorry. Yeah.
But as you... I will say, you keep hearing the sound of those metal boots close behind you. And you don't feel like you're getting the sense that you're losing them at all. They seem to be trailing you pretty effectively. What do you guys want to do?
I want to keep running until
Okay.
I can find a place to hide. I want to hide.
Okay.
I can't have a conversation with this about him right now, so he's gonna have to figure it out for himself.
What are you doing, Tristan?
I'm gonna follow.
Okay.
If she's gonna run, I'm gonna
Okay,
follow.
That's fine. As you guys dive and duck between alleys, eventually you find a space that you feel like you're going to be able to hide in. So go ahead and roll a stealth check for me.
So stressful. 25.
I am not even fucking kidding. A natural 20.
Nice.
I can take pictures. Swear to God.
All right. As the pair of you dive and hide in this small alcove in the alleyways between a few boxes and crates, you blend into the shadows. You hear those boot steps running closer and closer towards you. You hear them slow down, maybe 30 feet away from you. You hear their breath kind of panting as the pair of you are breathing heavily in this moment too. You hear a voice call out, "We know you're here. You could do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way." Hard way it is then.
Tristan's going to motion for Clover to not move. And then he's going to step out.
Okay. As you step out, you see those two Dawn Riders there with swords in their hands. One of them, as you step out, you see him reach to the side and pull out a pair of irons and kind of tosses them towards your feet. Only chance to go the easy way, kid.
He's going to toss them. I'm going to flare and go into a scaling. My teeth are going to flare and my eyes are going to go hard. And then stop. Pick them up. Put one on one wrist. And then clamp the other on the other. Take a couple steps forward. And then slump down. But the first person like closest to me is gonna get a very reptilian stare.
Okay. The pair of them walk up to you as you kneel down. You look up defiantly. You feel just a metal gauntleted hand slap you across the face. And you feel blood and trickle into your mouth. You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage. As he then shoves you down face first into the ground. And you feel a blade kind of press against your back. Where are you at, little one? Don't make us find you. We can sense you here. You hear the footsteps getting closer, Clover.
I inch my way back.
You kind of burrow as far back into that corner as you can. Before that boot steps in front of you.
Damn it.
You see his turn down and look at you in the space.
So he sees me.
Yep.
I'm gonna stab him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack.
I'm stabbing him with steady aim.
Okay.
Why?
Because I want to.
These guys
19.
That'll definitely hit. You bring the blade up and jam it into his side. And he kind of grips back and takes a few steps back.
No, right into his ankle.
You slash across his
Steps
ankles,
in front of me.
piercing through the metal graves of his feet, and digs deep into his ankle. And you see the blood immediately begin to pool out from where it is. And he takes a few steps back, limping, bringing out his sword. Tristan, you feel a blade on you, pressed against your back, still holding you down to the ground.
Do I hear that?
Yeah, you hear him cry out.
Then Tristan, even with his hand bound, he's gonna go and turn, and he's gonna try to pull his sword from one side and attack the person who's grabbing him.
Okay, so you're grappled and prone.
I know.
Actually, you're restrained and prone. So,
Oh, okay.
You can attack. It's at disadvantage, I believe.
If I hear that, yes, I'm going to attack.
All right, go ahead and roll your attack at disadvantage.
Natural 20. Ah!
Is that the third in a row?
That was a third in a row, but it didn't fucking count.
Oh. It's a disadvantage.
Yeah. So 15.
15 does not hit.
Okay. Oh.
Wait, okay, I'm coming. Leave him alone. Don't touch him. You can hit me.
Okay. As you give yourself up, you feel a metal hand just slap you across the face. You feel a tooth kind of dislodge in your mouth. And kind of knocks you down to the ground. You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage. You are quickly, as long as you're not resisting, placed in irons as well. Before you're gripped back by the scruff of your neck and lifted up and placed back on your feet. Tristan, they hold you down to the ground. The other one just wrapping an arm underneath your arms and grabbing you by the back of the neck and just starts dragging you down the alleyway.
That's fine. No. I saw you go down once. I couldn't do it again.
Okay. As the two of you are brought back towards the main street, you see Gormrog and Whisper there being shoved along the street. And as you two approach Gormrog and Whisper, you see Clover being essentially carried and Tristan dragged down the alleyway, blood kind of trickling from both of their mouths. But yeah, you are all brought down the street towards a small building with bars on the windows and inquisitors standing out front.
Do I have a chance to speak with Gormrog and Whisper?
Yeah, you're all kind of brought around together.
The little girl outed us.
I think she needed to. Someone turned herself over.
Okay.
What do we do?
So that we would be kept from being hurt.
What?
So Nick turned herself in so that we wouldn't get hurt.
So,
Well, he got us
They
anyway.
knew where to find us. Yeah, they got us, but she was taken away in a cart. I don't know where. We were
As-
taken the other way.
as you're having this conversation, you hear the sound of wings flapping overhead. You hear two heavy impacts as two of the wyverns kind of post up on the buildings. You see their riders, the riders you've seen several times now, atop the mounts, kind of looking down at both of you. You see Gormrog, you look up.
Huh?
You lock eyes with one of the riders, and he just kind of gives a slight nod towards you. And just wordlessly just tries to be like, we'll figure it out.
Uh-huh.
before the two wet wyverns take off again and fly in the direction of your airship.
Yeah.
Okay. With that, you're all...
So I'll just turn to the others and just say, we got eyes in the sky at least.
As you say that, you feel another fist impact against the side of your head.
Huh.
Keep your mouth shut.
Who punched him?
You take another 2 points of damage.
I'm gonna spit at the person who punched him.
As you do that, just the one holding you just kind of lifts you up and slams a fist right against your stomach, knocking the wind out of you. You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Just to see both of that?
Yep.
Both those things? And when that happens, whoever's holding Tristan notices that scales start flaring. And he goes into a rage.
Okay. As that happens, your whole body is slammed forcefully down into the ground. You feel your nose crack under the weight of it, and you can instantly smell and taste blood. You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Jeez.
It's reduced to half because you're raging.
Oh, yes. 2. So, yeah, and they when they throw him down to the floor, he's looking up at whoever he can see, lock eyes onto, and is scowling.
Okay. I need you to roll on your wild magic table.
Yes. 8.
I'll turn into potted plants.
Sorry, 1 second. Eight. A bolt of lightning shoots from your chest. Another creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet. They must succeed on a Constitution saving throw. Or take a 1d6 radiant damage. Be blinded until the next start of their turn until my rage ends.
Okay. You gonna do that or no?
Yes.
Who are you shooting at?
Whoever the person that Clover.
Okay.
That person.
All right. What do they have to roll? Constitution saving throw?
Yes. It doesn't say the number. It just says.
All right. Well, they rolled a natural 1, so.
Okay.
Roll
so
damage.
They take 1. All right. 1d6.
Natural 20, natural 20, natural
2.
20, natural 1.
So
Tristan's getting
2
all the divine
radiant
intervention
damage
today.
Okay. And he's blinded?
Yes.
All right.
Until my rage ends.
So boom, the bolt of lightning explodes out from around you, slamming into the one holding Clover. Clover, you feel your body get kind of drop down to the ground as the guard, he's still holding you, but he kind of is now holding his eyes with one hand. Tristan, every single guard that is not currently holding someone is going to go ahead and beat you till you're unconscious.
No! Stop!
Would you like for me to roll all this damage and attacks, or are we just going to call it a even?
Unless I get lucky enough for them to roll all ones.
Well, is there anything you would try and do if you're not knocked unconscious in the first round?
He's mostly focused on the fact that what's happening between all of his party members, especially Clover.
Okay, so
and
Tristan
and Gormrock. I don't know if you can't see Gormrock, but he's been more focused on Clover after the time being, so it's more of his focus right now.
Okay, so Tristan is beaten to unconsciousness and is now carried by 2 guards. They have now shackled his legs together as well and are just essentially carrying him down the street.
Well, aren't you guys so fucking strong? Eating someone who's already down. Wow, they really hire anyone these days.
With that, you are all led inside of the cell building and brought inside the cells. separated each of you by your own cage. And with that, an Inquisitor who you haven't seen before. Though does look a little familiar to you, makes his way into the space in front of all of you. Oh, so Fists of Fate, is that, if I'm remembering correctly, what you're called? Gormrog, are you going to be the mouthpiece of the group again?
Not exactly the most eloquent, and I seem to get punched for speaking like myself. Is that going to be an issue
apologize
for
for the
you?
brutality of the Dawn Riders. They are not actually Inquisitors, though they certainly do work for us. Did that dead drop ever turn out useful? Kind of waves
Is
the hand
this
in front of his face. You see his nose kind of
Shaggy?
bulge, his teeth kind of disappear. And you see Norville standing there. He kind of waves his hand again, and his face returns back to normal. And there are definitely the features there. Those nose is a little smaller, his teeth are immaculate. Hair is slicked back, and though gray. And he has rankings that denote a much higher rank in the Inquisition.
to let Clover killed you when we had the chance?
Well, there's still time for that. And he goes over towards Tristan's cell and unlocks the cell and kind of steps inside.
Am I conscious?
No, you're unconscious. You see him reach down towards Tristan's collar. And Gormrog, Whisper, and Clover roll perception checks for me.
Six.
24.
So Whisper and Clover. As he reaches his hand towards Tristan, you see out of Tristan's collar this like slug-like black worm make its way out from his collar and bury itself inside his finger, disappearing into his hand.
Into
What was
Tristan's
that?
finger?
No, from your shirt, it comes out of your shirt and buries itself into his hand.
What was that?
Steps up and walks out, locking the cage behind him.
What was that?
Walks over toward your cell, Clover. Opens it, steps inside, reaches a hand down towards you, kind of grabbing your shoulder and your wrist, and puts a hand. You feel something slither out from inside the folds of your clothing. Steps up, out, locks in the cage behind him. Walks over towards you, Gormrog. Repeats the same. And then you whisper. Cute,
Is that how
though
you found us?
ineffective.
What was that?
Just our little eyes and ears.
You bugged us with a worm. What a slimy bastard.
Well, we've promised your friend that we wouldn't hurt you for the time being, so... For now, we would love to know the names of the people who have been helping you. But we'll get there eventually. Why don't we let Tristan here rest up? He looks a little worse for wear. Finnick. The cart rattles down the road as you sit in essential darkness with just the Inquisitor seated across from you.
It's not with us.
No. I'm long gone.
You feel the cart rumbling a good deal of distance. Eventually, you hear the gates of the city open in front of you before shutting. And this is a path you've traveled before as you gather you're headed towards the Dawnkeep Citadel on the outskirts of the city. Eventually, you hear another set of gates open and close behind you. Is there anything you'd like to do in this time?
I'm not breaking eye contact with the Inquisitor.
Okay. He's just calmly watching you back. Eventually, you hear the cart roll to a stop. And once again, you are almost blinded as the light of outside floods in before your eyes are able to adjust. The Inquisitor standing up and making his way out. And as he stops and turns towards you, he holds a hand out to kind of help guide you down the steps.
No, I don't take it.
He still holds
I
his
just
hand
hop
out.
down.
And you see a small grin cross across his face. Kind of puts a hand gently on the back of your elbow, leading you towards the citadel.
I pull my elbow away.
Roll stress check
Oh, fuck.
for me.
Stress check. What level is this?
This is going to be a max level.
Cool. D12. Okay, that's a 7.
Okay. And we say you needed to get to 10?
Yep.
Okay, all right. So as you sit there now looking at a citadel, a keep that you haven't seen in years, you ran from before, you feel your heart rate begin to pound in your chest. Feel the sweat begin to pour against your brow. You look up on the sigils of the Dawnkeep Citadel. Built atop a rocky outcropping with high walls and steady defenses behind you, the large watchtower rising high above the citadel, kind of with this long view across the whole space. There are several other towers that kind of rise at each corner of the citadel, and you see the guards standing on each, kind of surveying the space. You see the large gates in front of you, and you see the two angelic statues on either side of the doors. Their wings outstretched with these stone flaming swords held in front of them, the flames pushing out and licking the sky around them. As you step forward, the gates open up and you walk in to the main space. You see banners and tapestries depicting your parents and the various Dawn Riders, with scenes of valor and heroism on each side, them slaying different beasts that you've heard about in stories. As you enter in, you see a set of stairs directly in front of you. You see, for the first time in years, a woman. You see your mother there, Ekra, her set of angelic angel wings kind of held tightly to her shoulders there, almost framing her with this angelic visage. She has that sharp, piercing gaze, and as her eyes fall on you, her hair, this almost fiery red color with these thick streaks of silver. She wears that bright silver armor with the symbol emblazoned in the center. With subtle differences from your father's, there being a little more delicate and intricate in its design. As you enter in, her wings kind of tuck up behind her shoulders. She kind of steps forward, her eyes locking with yours. Uncuff my daughter. You see him unlock both of your handcuffs.
You haven't called me that in years.
She steps forward and getting closer to you again. She wraps her arms around you.
I don't hug her back. I try to like.
She pulls you close. She kind of presses her cheek against yours. I've missed you so much, Finnick. I'm so happy
No,
you're
you
home
didn't.
finally.
Why the sudden change of heart?
What, I can't be wrong? I can't have learned
Wrong?
a better way? I've missed you so much, Finnick. She kind of
You
steps back.
were
her hands
so
sliding
much
down.
more than wrong.
Her hands slide down and will try to grasp your hands.
I rip mine away.
Roll a stress check for me.
Oh, that's only a 2.
You're
So I'm at 9. Love it. You can't expect me to forgive you
No,
so
of
soon.
course not. Of course not, Finnick. But I would love to try. You're home now. This is where
This
you've
is not
always
my
belonged.
home.
This
No.
has always been your home.
Then why didn't you make it feel like a home?
Finnick, I'm sorry. We didn't.
You're not sorry.
I promise you, Finnick. There's nothing but sorrow for the way you were treated here.
The way I was treated.
Yes. It was wrong, and we want to do everything we can to make it up to you.
Like what?
Anything. Whatever we can do. Name it.
Then fucking rot.
I understand. That's how you feel right now. But hopefully we can prove that things have changed and that this is your home.
After years of condemning me because I was different, because I wasn't your perfect little princess, now you're working with people who are just like me?
Exactly. We've seen that there's what you have is a gift.
You sure don't make it feel like a gift. Calling me a curse. Treating me like a monster. For 18 fucking years. And now you have a sudden change of heart. Do you understand why I have a hard time believing you?
I can see why, but again, I think maybe you're also misremembering what your childhood was like. You
No.
had everything, Finnick.
No. Like these? And I pull down one shoulder of my shirt to reveal my scars.
Finnick, we didn't give those to you.
But you allowed it to happen.
I think you need to take some time to remember what your childhood was really like.
Oh, no, I remember very clearly. As I spent many sleepless nights reflecting on it. Many nightmares. fucking nightmares that have lasted years since I last saw you.
We know about your nightmares, Finnick. You had them when you were a child. That's how you got hurt.
What are you talking about?
No one caused those to you. It was whatever was trying to take you that caused those. We tried to protect you all the time.
No. No. That is not what happened.
Finnick, you need to remember. Have you not had nightmares about something coming to you?
I've had nightmares about you finding me. About Dad finding me.
That was whatever was trying
even
to
though I
keep
can
you from
barely
us,
call you
Finnick.
parents.
Finnick, we have loved you since the moment you were born.
I'm insight checking this bitch.
Okay, go ahead and roll an insight.
I'm shaking right now. That's a dirty 20.
Okay. She believes what she's saying to you.
She believes.
I mean, you're inciting her, so she seems very convinced in what she's telling you.
Mm-mm. I don't fucking believe her. I feel like it's at this point in time that I have like static emanating off of my skin. Little bit of static up the eyes. I'm pulling a Tristan right now.
Okay. Finnick, why don't you go to your room and calm yourself?
What's happening here? What's really going on?
We're happy to have you.
Someone
home.
put you up to this?
Make a charisma saving throw.
Is this against being charmed or frightened?
She's trying to calm your emotions.
I believe that's a charmed effect.
Yes.
Cool. I have advantage on those.
Okay.
And I rolled 2 of the same fucking number, but that's a total of 21.
Okay. That, I believe, just 6. Oh, wait, I have. Let me go to. Sorry. Give me 1 sec.
God damn it, Joe.
Okay, yeah, that succeeds.
Look you.
Finnick, I'm just trying to help you. Do you want to go rest? We can have dinner together as a family again?
Fuck. You can understand why I don't trust this, right?
I know. Your childhood was traumatic. Things tried to take you from us. Go rest, Finnick.
I walk faster.
Just let you go. Where are you headed?
Oh, there's part of me that wants to do something really fucking stupid right now. Something that I really want to do something stupid. I'm not going to, but I could.
What do you want to do, Finnick?
I want to kill that motherfucker.
Which one?
One I was just talking to.
Oh, okay.
Actually, so I start heading up the stairs, I will turn to look at my mother.
She's standing there, her hands like clasped in front of herself.
Maybe you can start by letting my friends go. Getting them out of there.
Your friends, who are they?
You seriously don't know.
Well, is it the ones you were with, or is there other ones that you'd like?
The ones I was with.
Okay. I'll have them brought here. We can have dinner
No.
together.
No. Do not bring them here.
Where would you like me to have them sent?
What was the place that Citron was trying to get us to?
That is the
Silver
Frostfang
Talon something?
Citadel.
That one, Frostfang Citadel.
I suppose I can have them sent there, and I mean they are under the Inquisition. They are technically not working. We are two separate organizations, but I can talk to.
Wait a second.
I can talk to my connections there.
You work under the Inquisitors.
No, we are our own groups, daughter.
Because I swear, I thought I heard someone say you were under them.
No, we are our own group.
So you have no power?
I mean, I know both the High and the Grand Inquisitors. I can certainly reach out to them and see if we can arrange something.
If anyone harms a hair on any one of their heads, I'll show you the monster that you raised.
Why
And
did
I turn
bring
and
them
walk up
here,
the
then?
stairs. I walk up the stairs.
Okay. Where are you headed to?
My old bedroom.
Okay. As you make your way up the familiar stairs, down into the corridor, past familiar rooms, eventually find a familiar door. You open it into a familiar space. You want to go ahead and describe your room for us?
I was not prepared to do that.
We can end it there if you'd like, and you can describe it.
I'll come up with a quick little description. Even though she lived in this room until she was 18 years old, it still kind of has the vibe of a child's room. It is, I mean, it's very clean, but there's like a few like figurines on shelves, a small bookcase, like yellow/golden bedding. With like a dozen different journals on the shelves, on the desk, and probably hidden under the bed.
As you enter in, it is a little dusty. There is a little small layers of dust that kind of cover it, though it does seem like it has been cleaned relatively regularly, and this is just maybe a week or two's worth of dust that has kind of accumulated across the surfaces. But as you step in and shut the door behind you,
I lock it.
roll another stress check for me.
Do I even have to? I'm gonna reach 10.
Just go ahead and roll on this stress chart.
That's an 8, so that's a 17. And I have to pull up that chart. I immediately fall to the ground. And it's like this sick combination of laughter and weeping.
As you buckle down onto the ground, overcome with emotions, and your mind is racked with all these memories kind of flashing through your head. That's what we're going to call it for the night. Well, we'd love to thank everyone for joining us on tonight's episode of Forging Fates.
Holy shit.
Thanks for everyone sticking with
Anyone
us.
else feel like raging in real life right now?
I'm physically like shaking.
We'll touch base after the show just to make sure everyone's okay with everything. Just because that was a little intense, so.
Hashtag gaslight gate girl boss.
I didn't realize your mom was best friends with Wendy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Holy shit.
Thank you, everyone, for those of you that followed us tonight, and thank you for those that you subscribed. Tech Frost, appreciate it. Let's see. I think that's all we got. Am I missing anything? We've
You
got
can catch all the episodes you might have missed on YouTube under the same name, new_age_geeks. If you're looking for a different show on Wednesday, we will have Queer and Present Danger. Cece's running that one.
A much more lighthearted, fun game. For now. For now.
We will pick this back up next Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. And if you want to join the New Age Geeks in general, hit up our Discord. Come chat with us. Say hi.
Yes.
Send gifts.
We're friendly, I swear.
I only traumatize the players, guys. I got nothing else. We're gonna stick around for the raid. We'll figure out who we're gonna raid. If you got someone, call it out in the chat. Unless we got one of the cast has someone.
Raid.
I got nothing else. See you guys on Wednesday for Queer and Present Danger. We love you, geeks. Good night.